Oh, my mic was muted. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. This is Negative, and Merry Christmas to y'all. We are about to get started. We're going to be coding tonight. That is kind of the big thing. We're probably going to start with figuring out the YAML reader in Rust. That's kind of the next to-do item. So we're actually going to... So, for y'all to know, this is kind of the general structure I do when for my coding projects in general. So is I'll have in a directory, mind you, this is all my stuff, don't worry about most of it. I'll use double underscores on both sides to organize my... Man, is the music loud? Also, let me know if like font size and stuff are off. I had to edit that. Usually my font size is much smaller, but I wanted to make something that would be presentable for y'all. So double underscores are like important kind of grouping folders in my system. And then I'll usually organize by language, right? And then I'll have a couple different directories depending on like what they're for. So like all my mods are under underscore, are in code, Java, Minecraft, and then because I have Minecraft, there's actually mods. Just in case, like, I ever wrote anything that wasn't a mod, which I haven't needed to. But, like, very frequently, I'll have, like, school. Rust, I decided to add this testing folder, and this is really just for me to learn different things. So, hello, Cap. I need to pull up chat. I do not have chat here. So we are learning Rust. I guess I should explain the purpose of the project that we're actually going to be working on. So it is a... You get a welcome screen. Oh, yeah, the little pop-up. I added that a couple months ago. I need to make a better one. But I'm planning on doing like a full rebuild of everything kind of over January probably. Because it's going to take time. So also let me know if like the font seems too small. We will be getting into code here shortly. Yeah, no, it's been there for a while. Let's see here. So like, I'll kind of give y'all a general idea. Hello world. So this is like the basic Rust kind of like hello world thing. So also I'm learning Vim. So if I seem like I don't know something, it's probably because I don't. Yeah, that's like super basic of how that works. But most of your Rust projects. UG, what's the UG? What's the Y for? Okay, this doesn't have a GUI. Technically, you can use VS Code with WSL, but I would rather just use Vim. Also, there's a lot of applications at work where I just end up having to use Vim. So, you know, also, Vim cargo.toml. Also, Vim can be very powerful. So, like, this is kind of the basic... This is where, like, Rust starts getting interesting because it has, like, dependency management and stuff similar to Python and a couple other languages. It becomes really powerful. So that's my cargo file. And then you have, like, your source file. And this is actually why in a lot of my projects I'm moving to using a structure similar to this. So let's just look... And obviously the main function doesn't change. Okay. What am I doing? What are we doing? Okay. And then we get to more interesting things. So, if we go to, file stuff. So this is just me playing with how to access files. So we can, oops. Yeah, you can Vim directories, FYI. So, like, this is how you can print out the, So, what does this do? Okay, so this reads a file, puts its contents in this. It will write the like, contents out. It'll add a line to it, and then it will, write the file, and then tell you all done. So, we'll go ahead and run. So... And the file that we're talking about is this file.txt, which you'll notice I've already ran once, so I'll just delete that line. Oh, And then we're going to do cargo run. And this will allow you to see the contents of the file. So the text file is, this is a file with a great bit of text. Now you're copying the contents of the file and writing them back on a new line, all done. And so if we do cat file, it'll, yeah, so you see the more text. I don't add a new line, which is actually super important. So what I need to do is I need to go main, and I actually need to go here, and then it's $sign to do that, and then really? You're actually going through with that one? Oh, so you think you got it working? FYI, I think the custom GPTs also have files. So that's some cool stuff. Okay, so that should be working as expected. So DD. Okay, I'm gonna delete all that. So now this is the actual original file. And then we're going to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy file.txt to file.txt.back. That way I have a backup copy to overwrite whenever I want to go back and look at it. You think you can get those? Interesting. Okay. What am I doing? Cargo run. So, you know, recompile it, do that, and then if I do cat file.txt, it'll do that. And then I can just copy file.txt.back to file.txt, and we're done. Need some time to fiddle with Express.js. Interesting. So you're going to be building that in JavaScript. Yeah, I chose Rust for this project because I wanted to learn Rust. Rust is going to be a more, I'm not going to say it will, because I think that's too much of a concrete statement. But it appears like it will probably be a major player in the languages that I'll be using if I continue to, you know, focus on the programming industry. And honestly, if I ever need something that's equivalent to C, I'm going to use Rust. Just flat out, I will probably use Rust. So, okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to make actually, we're going to do cargo new YAML work. We'll do, I don't want to call it YAML. What should I call it? Yams. We're just gonna call it yams. There we go. Okay. So this is our cargo to TOML, and I think I have to add a dependency for this. I need to move stuff around. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that JS seems to be the better for web apps. Somewhat. It's so like TypeScript is good. Python with the Django is good. Apparently Rust with WebAssembly is awesome. So that's actually some of the stuff that we're looking at for this tool as well. What was I doing? Oh, Rust standard cargo package YAML. So I think drop in cargo subcommand to generate a cargo TOML from a YAML template. That's not what we want. Okay. We'll generate a package selection, target, blah, 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 locked, offline. No, that's not what we want. Okay, so we need to do Rust create for YAML, because there is no reason to make a custom YAML reader. YAML Rust is a pure Rust YAML 1.2 implementation. Okay, cool. Okay. And the following to your, okay. And import. YAML documents and access it as a vec/hash map. Interesting. Okay. Ruby like array, hash access. I don't like Ruby, so I'm not sure if I want that one. But we'll see if there's other options. So right now I'm looking up and looking through, like, good Rust options for reading YAML. Okay, nice. Ooh, Saturday. I've heard a lot about Saturday. This is a crate. This crate. Hey! This crate is a Rust library for using Saturday serialization framework with data in YAML format. What is the Saturday serialization format? Saturday. Saturday is a framework for serializing and deserializing Rust data structures efficiently and generically. Awesome! Okay. Yeah. So, also welcome, Nate. How are you doing? FYI, the thumbnail background was voted on by members of my Discord, so you guys should definitely come and check that one out. So interesting. So, So Saturday is like a larger community of Saturday like stuff, and then interesting. Mode from okay, so we're gonna play with this some. Okay, so we need to go here. And then we need to get into our cargo.toml file, and we're going to add a couple things here. So we need to add no, I would rather not use, I would rather just use something that is directly in the Rust, like, set of things. I might just wind up using JSON and use Saturday. Oh, wait, okay, so Saturday might only be... Okay. So what we're gonna do... Okay, so we're gonna see what we have, because I might not be able to use YAML. Although I really prefer YAML. That's kind of my preferred, like, file format for storing stuff, so... Okay, so we want that, and we want the features to derive. Okay. And then, I don't want Saturday. So each data format lives in its own crate. Okay, so let's try Saturday YAML equals 1.0, escape colon WQ, and then we're gonna try cargo run. The candidate version found did not match 0.9. Okay, so I need to actually do cargo.toml. And I need to do, so I need to go here, and I need to go 0.9. Okay. Hey, okay. Might be getting it. Seems like it's building. Okay, so we got that. So we have our dependencies in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just make a short vim source main. Okay. So first off, I'm going to have to use Saturday, serialize, and deserialize. Okay. And FYI, I'm only doing this so that I'm learning like how this package works. I know it seems weird that I'm doing it this way, but basically what we're trying to do is we're doing it to quickly do stuff. So now I need to make a struct with the information we want to store. So we're going to do like struct. Let's do mod. Let's do MC mod or mod data. That'll work. We'll use that. We'll just do name string, and then I have to use commas. We'll do name, and then like downloads, right? And that will be a U32 because we want a uint. And we'll add another comma, and that will be our general structure. Okay. So now this guy, we have to add the derive feature. Yes, so I chose Rust mostly to learn. It is actually, that is the reason. It is definitely different, and I wish I could, okay, there's nothing, D-E-R-I-V-E, serialize, there we go, serialize, partial, EQ, and debug. Okay. So it feels like a combination of a couple languages so far. So it feels a little bit like Python, a little bit like JavaScript, and a little bit like C. It also has a lot of remnants from like Fortran. Actually, like I'm noticing things because I work with Fortran at work. Some things that are in Fortran are actually like kind of copied here. Overall, it seems like Rust is basically like they sat down, they took everything that a lot of programmers. Oh, dude, yeah, it's ancient. No, I'll tell you, I have found comments that are older than me in that code. Okay, so we don't want that line. We do want a line above it though, in its place, and I don't like what. Okay, so we're going to let my mod yeah, I work in a government like type thing, so it's not uncommon. There's code. I have heard of code that like early computers ran this code kind of a thing, like, so we're going to call it Soul Siphon, right? And then we'll do downloads. What's the number of downloads on Soul Siphon today? Let's go check that out. Modrinth. We're only gonna check Modrinth because I'm too lazy to deal with CurseForge. Dashboard. I have 211 downloads overall, but Soul Siphon has 117. Okay, so we have that. So we want to build our data point, right? Semicolon. And then... Okay, so he's doing some asserts. That's why. And then, so let YAML equal Saturday YAML toString. And then we have to reference that. Yes. Fortran was one of the first programming languages. I think the only other old programming language I messed with is, is COBOL, and I don't want to. I refuse my mod. Okay. So we're going to pass in my mod. This will convert it into the YAML. So we're going to just quickly question mark semicolon, and then we're going to print line, let's see here, my mod data as YAML /n, and then we're going to do YAML, and then quote, boom, semicolon. That's a different language, buddy. Also, I don't really like people doing the blanking out thing. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. Oh! And found ampersand string. Interesting. Okay, well, let's start at the top. No deserialized in the root. Help, a similar name exists in the mod. I misspelled it. That's why. DESERA. DEARIALIZE. Okay. So we need to do vim source main. Oh, darn it. I don't remember how to do find place. Oh, well. What? What? Oh, I need to remove the A. I have messed with code that's about 50 years old. That is not a joke. D1. Oh, nope. Oh, come on. What is it? Vim delete one character. I know that's got to be... you. So if I go here and I get here and then Shift X deletes the previous character. Okay. So now I need to do Shift X, escape colon WQ. Actually, why am I doing that? Colon, bang, cargo, run. Okay. Oh, I didn't write. Or no, I did. Go code. I can't divulge much more than what I have. But yes, our opinion at work is we need to rebuild all of it. I will tell you that information is stuff I can't tell you. Because it reveals a lot more about what I work on. So I can tell y'all I'm working in that languages, but like I would rather not get too close because like I don't know who's gonna see this, you know? But yeah, we've worked in some really old stuff. DESERIALIZE. Oh, escape. So it's LIZ. So and then and then right, and then colon, cargo, run. Okay, there we go. Help. A macro with a similar... What? Oh my gosh. Dude, the jitters. Okay, I-N. Then Shift X, and then colon W, colon. Yeah, but with really old code, you should refactor it. Okay, so Okay, I need to remember that that's how that works. Okay. I don't think I need this, so I can just do D $, and then I can do nope, not I, A semicolon, and then right, and then cargo run. Okay. Result cannot be formatted with a default formatter. Okay, so that's something wrong. I bet you're still using... The thing is with all that, is that when it comes to all the bits and bobs of I can tell you there's some weird stuff I've seen. Okay. So apparently that is not a string. It is an ampersand string, which makes less sense. So let me just do Rust. I know there are a bunch of string types in Rust. So struct string versus ampersand str. There we go. Okay, so structs, we can use both string and... So I think I do... so I need to do... and then I need to do... ampersand str, comma, escape, colon, W. Oi! So the thing is with like alt code is there's a strong difference in like modern coding and old coding. That is one thing I know. Okay, let's try running this guy. Expected named lifetime parameter. Okay, so that's not what we're supposed to do. Okay, so we're supposed to do string from, which I don't like. So let me just see. Okay. Do you want it to live inside of your struct or to live somewhere else? Only be referred to you by your struct. In the former case, you'd use string. But I want to live inside of my struct, so I need to use string, not ampersand str. Again, that's like, it's really hard to talk about that and not like divulge info, so I'd rather not, you know? Darn it. Okay, now. I didn't mean to do A. Okay, so we do want this. Okay, and then when we go down here, we need to do... string from... there we go. I, parenthesis, escape, colon, W, colon, bang, cargo, run. Okay, we only have one problem now. Okay, so now we need to have it return a blank OK. Okay. So I need to add the result. Okay, result, void, and then I think I could just do an underscore, because that'll be generic. I'm not even using arrow keys. I'm using HJKL, because my keyboard doesn't actually have arrow keys. Okay. So let's just read through these a little bit. Cannot use operator in a function that returns. Interesting. Huh. I'm missing a parenthesis. Oh. I bet you I know what's up. Okay. I need to go here. And I need to... FYI, I have not built up my vimrc file. Specifying... Okay, here we go. Cannot infer type of E declared by enum result. Okay, so I do have to specify the actual result that we expect. Not you. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to do R. Saturday. YAML. Error. Escape : W. And then... Hey! Okay. You should do that. I should do what? Okay, so YAML is a file format similar to JSON. It's actually like a superset of JSON. So what it does is it contains like different pieces of data, and it's just a format. So it's a bit more structured. It's structured better than JSON and is easier to like work with and move around. So let's see. I want to try some things. Okay, so we're gonna add a struct. We're gonna do download data, right? Okay, and then I think I'm gonna have to actually build a couple of these. Shift-O, modrenth : U32. Okay, CurseForge : U32. Okay. Is it, or open source? It is, I think it's technically open source. I think so. Yes, it is an open source. It's just a serialization language. So it's like, it's like used for config files and stuff. Probably. I have not gotten to the API side. That is a while from now. Okay, I'm gonna delete this line, and then we're gonna add downloads : download data. But yeah, so the goal would be to make it to where it can automatically download all the mods, build the mod packs up in a Forge version, a Fabric version, a NeoForge version. So something that's compatible with each of those platforms, and it'll basically just filter and kind of give you a report. Hey, like 50% of the mods exist on Fabric, 50% exist on Forge, and so on. And like, I might eventually start making it a little bit more complicated where like you can say, you know, like this mod is good for Fabric, this mod is good for Forge, and this mod is good for NeoForge, because like optimization ones differ heavily between those platforms. Okay, so we're gonna try this. Ooh, okay. Oh, I guess I do have to change that. So let's do this. Oh, I bet you I need to, okay, so I need to go here, and go down, and then I need to yank, and then, go here, and paste, and then we're gonna go down here, and we're gonna go delete, insert a line, and then we need to go here. And we're gonna go here, and we're gonna, I'm just gonna try this and see. Oops, what did I do? We're gonna go Modrinth 117, and then Curse Forge 300, because I think it's close to there. Yeah, like that's the thing. That's the exact example like that I'm thinking of is like Optifine, for example, doesn't exist, but does have an alternative. And so like I probably won't manually specify those alternatives because those will change. Although we might like find like common ones or something and find a way to make like a shortcut. I don't know. Okay. What? Okay. So doesn't implement debug. Interesting. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why we're erroring out. But I'm going to do a couple things here. So we're going to go here. We're going to insert a comma. Nope, we do not want to do that. We want to append a comma, right? And then we want to go up here. We're going to O, and then we will do derive debug. Okay. I'm betting you I have to copy all of that. Yep. I'm betting that that's the problem, child. Okay. So we're going to delete this line. We're going to yank this line. Paste it here. Okay. So this will not launch the game. It only builds the mod packs. It only builds the mod packs. So, yeah, we might make some like mod pack tools in the future that kind of like, it doesn't mind it working. So, yeah, like that might be some stuff that we like design eventually. Yeah, probably should include like a plugin feature set. Okay. I cannot tell when cannot compile yams due to previous 7 errors. No. Okay, that's it. Press enter. Unclosed delimiter. Ooh. This file contains unclosed delimiter in mod data. Oh, well that would explain that. For file for plugins. I don't know. We'll have to come up with like different file formats because we may eventually make our own. Well, I'll go ahead and say I've already been working through a actual file format, so this is all in my Obsidian vault. So let me pull up my obsidian velt and then mine. It takes a second. Okay. I'm gonna pull this up. FYI, this is full screen, so I don't see y'all right now. I normally don't do full screen. Minecraft mod. Maybe I did Modpack. Modpack configuration manager. Okay. So I have like a specific file format, and I'll not this. So like, this is kind of what I'm thinking. Now I don't know if this will work, but oh, and then if I middle click, yeah, all right. Let me oh my gosh, let me see here. If I do E, so if I just do DE. Okay, that'll work. Oh, no. So, Ooh. Oh, thank you. I don't know. Oops. Escape, $, a comma. There we go. We're gonna do clear and cargo run. There we go. Okay. I think I know what's wrong, but let me just check on this. Okay, so Rust struct within a struct. Let me just see how this works. Ah. Okay, I know. Well, that is part of the problem, but I actually know the real problem. I need to do it like this. Okay, so we don't actually do it like that. We do it. So first off, we're gonna just go into visual mode and we're gonna select all this. We don't need any of this. Okay. Oops. Hashtag. Okay, and then we're gonna go here. Okay. Okay. So we need to do more convoluted methods of getting this done. Okay. So now we're gonna just so now I'm not seeing anywhere where I did that. And then actually need to do A. Oh. Enter. Enter. Okay, A. Okay, what am I doing? I don't need that many colons, I doubt. Okay. Curse Forge. Okay. U32. Mod Renth. U32. Okay. And then if I go down here, and then I am missing this colon, right? So I need to, oops. And I need to replace that with a colon. Okay. Not hard. Somebody's gotta make a language where like you do type declaration or something with colons. Actually, I did discover recently that colon is actually from Fortran. Yes, I listened. I heard you the first earlier, but okay. So now we're gonna do cargo run. Oh, something went horribly wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, so right here is the end of our last time. Expected type. Okay, so that does not work. Okay, Rust documentation. We're just gonna go straight to the documentation because I'm too lazy to deal with this. Okay. They do have their playground, which is nice, but I don't want their playground. I literally have one right in front of my face. Learn. There we go. I know that this seems like it's a simple problem, but again, I'm learning it, you know? Here we go. The standard library. Okay. Cargo book. Guide to Rust additions. Rust doc. Learn how to make awesome Rust C, compiler errors, command line, WebAssembly, and embedded. Of course. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Data types. Okay, cool. In convoluted docs. Yeah, so, yeah, a lot of these things do have those. Okay. Yeah. I know how to do maths and all that junk. Let's see here. Understanding ownership. I know what ownership is, kinda. We haven't gotten all the way through, but let you reference a contiguous sequence of elements in a collection rather than a whole collection. Yeah. Okay, using structs and structure-related data. There we go. Okay, defining and instantiating structs. Okay. And you can define default values. So that's cool. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, you do that. Oh, you do it that way. Okay. And you can also directly set that. Interesting. Using the init field shorthand. Interesting. That is cool. Creating instances from other instances of structs. Okay. Using tuple structs without name fields. Okay, so that's not hard. Oh. Okay, well, that's a nested body. Unit like. Okay. I might have to do more reading. That's great. So do I have to make just a ridiculously convoluted struct? Because there's a lot of data that I'm actually going to be using. Or am I gonna have to separate it out to different files? I might separate it out. Because ultimately what you source control is not any of like the mod files. Let's see your enum and patterns. Okay, enums. Enums are cool. I like enums. And it looks like... Oh. Okay, hold up. So enums can store data? It's two fields. A kind and... Oh. Okay. We had to add each variant of the enum directly. Okay, so let's just do a fun little, like, enum experiment on this guy. Hello? There we go. Oops. U. Okay. Now, what we're about to do is we are going to do this. Well, I don't know if this works. Okay. Do they have like a reading more? Huh. Because I need to like set all this up to be a bit more advanced than it is. Okay, so it does look like... Okay, here we go, here we go. So how do I define a screen? Public struct button. The button has all that stuff. Okay. Draw. Components, a vector of a box. Oh my gosh. This is really weird. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time, like, even being able to define this stuff for y'all. Because I don't know what I'm reading, because I'm reading the docs live. Object-oriented programming features in Rust. There we go. This is what I need. So that hides. Okay, so impl. An impl is what I need. Averaged collection. Ooh. So. Ooh. Ew. Okay, so what we're about to do is we're going to play a little bit more. So I was able to get that like that. So does this work on impulse? O stream result. Okay. So okay, so Saturday serialization. Does it work on... Okay, so it works on Toml too. So that could be cool, because that's actually something that a lot of Minecraft mod devs would be used to. Oh my gosh, this is so bright. Bends my eyeballs. So does this work on impulse? And what is an impulse? I think I might need to make another project. Okay, we're gonna quit here. We're gonna stop here. Okay. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Code, Rust, testing. Okay, and then we're gonna do cargo new OOP tests. Okay. So cargo run. Okay. Vim source main. Okay. So we have a couple things that we can play with. So we need to def question mark. I don't know what you mean by def. I'm kind of concerned and confused. Okay. So we have enums. So, well, let's start with a struct. So we have struct, and like we can do, you know, what should I make this? Blah, blah, blah. Point. We'll just make a data point, right? You have your X chord, right? You have your, we don't want that U, we want I. Because we need it to be an integer. We need a Y. And we'll make this 3D because I like it. Right? Okay, so that's a point. Okay. And so we can easily make that We don't need that. We need a line here. Okay. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to do let p equal a point. And we want x to be, 1, and y to be 1, and z to be 1, because I'm lazy and I don't want to come up with new ideas. Right? Okay, so that's cool. And then we can do... I don't know why I didn't... Okay. Semicolon. And then we need to do a print line. And then we need to do p... let's see here. This is your point, p, right? Okay. And then if we do right, and then cargo run. Oh. With the default formatter. Okay, so point cannot be formatted. Is not implemented for point. Note that the format strings you may be able to use instead. Okay, so I might be able to do : ? This error originates from the macro. Okay. So let's try that. Oops. I : ? Okay. And then : W and cargo run. Okay. I need to add derive debug. Okay. So, hashtag DRIVE and then debug. Okay. And cargo run. I need to do an exclamation point. I'm certain I could make something that runs faster. Okay, here we go. Fields X, Y, and Z are never read. Interesting. So derived info for the trait debug, but this is intentionally ignored during dead code analysis. Interesting. So that, oh, okay, so it's a warning, which is fine. But fields in this struct, warning, are never read. Okay, well that's, I guess it's because, yeah. So we need to do, like, if we did a enum dimensions, and then we did, like, 1D, I think they can start with number, I think. Otherwise I can change it, but data types, not data types, enums. There we go. No, they cannot, because I'm stupid, but we can just do, instead, D, and then just do R, D, and then I want, nope, A1, and then we want that to be a I32, right? Then we want to do D2, which is an I32 and an I32, okay? And then D3, which is an I32 3 times. XD zoom. What are you meaning? Oh.
Nate Hardlin, redeemed squad.
Oi. Yeah. Let me pull the mic back down because I am short. Okay. What are we doing? So we have our dimensions set up. So now if we do this, zoom, what are you getting at? Okay. So if we do let D equal dimensions. I am so confused right now. D3, and then we want to do P.X, P.Y, P.Z. Might have to add an ampersand. I don't think so, though. I don't want to transfer ownership. I just want to transfer the values. So that's the thing. So we're going to cargo run. Okay. And unclose delimiter. Well, that's a problem. So... Unexpected token. Gosh. I'm getting all the easy errors tonight. That's always fun. All right. Okay, here we go. Unused variable D. Okay. Well, I'm not using it right now, but so these are all just for unused items. So, and we're not using any of these. So that's not bad. Did you just like never mind. I won't make that joke. I will not make that joke. Okay. It doesn't seem like they want you to use Rust for OOP, which is kind of why I've resisted it a little bit, because I personally prefer object-oriented programming. Obviously, I know there are people who are more for functional programming, and I think it has its place, but like for the project I'm doing, for instance, you're really managing an object. So it is object-oriented. You know, if it were a calculation tool or something, yes, use a functional language. It makes sense. But for what I'm doing, nah. Dude, I just got... This cup of coffee has the last bit of creamer I have in the house. And so I'm swapping to eggnog for the rest of the December season. Oh boy, is it going to be fun. I love eggnog. It is so good. I don't have any of my Christmas stuff, actually, at this house. Like, I do not own a single Christmas item. FYI. So, like, if y'all wonder why it's not decorated, it's because I don't have it. And yes, eggnog is good. I'm pretty sure we could have a lively debate of which one's better, OOP or eggnog, but fun fact, you can have both. So have your cake and eat it too. Yeah. That came up with less energy than I was expecting. Okay. So, okay, so it seems like impl is equivalent to a class. What is an impl? Oh, okay. Implementations of public methods on an averaged collection. Oh! Okay, so if I were to... Okay, so now... Okay, so now A... Okay. Oh, wait, no. But I want more data structure. Huh. I liked Christmas. I like Christmas decorations. If I wasn't, like, nervous around ladders, I would actually hang lights. But... Also, I will note this, too. My family's always poor. We have had a total of 3 Christmas trees in my life. Okay? 3, and I'm 23 right now. One of those was a gift from my great-grandparents. Right? Okay? The first one was a pretty cool tree, but it was... losing kind of its leaves. It was kind of nasty, so we got rid of it. That's how we got my great-grandparents one. And then because that one was like starting to break and it had built-in lights and none of them worked. They hadn't worked for probably a decade. So I bought my mom a twinkly tree, and that's the one we've had for a couple years, and we'll probably have for a while. As far as buying people things, I think it's more about being considerate of what you're buying and being in like managing that, right? people wanting less, that's a lie. Most people want more than they have, which is not necessarily a good thing, FYI, but, you know. Secondly, no, there are things that I will never buy secondhand. Like, no, I'm not going to buy stuff secondhand. That's not efficient, or it's gross. But when it comes down to it, you know, yeah, like help people downsize and encourage people to give to places efficiently. As far as decorations, yeah, like secondhand's okay. There is a time to buy new. Like for the tree, we bought a new one for the purpose that it was a new type of tree, because we only buy synthetic. Okay, we don't cut down tree, bring it in. Okay, a number of decorations can be okay secondhand. Most of the time, though, when they are thrown out, they are literally not usable. Right? So I know, like, Christmas lights, when we went through and we threw a lot of them away because none of the lights worked. Half of them, the, like, cabling was frayed, because my brother loved hanging up lights. Like, he would climb trees and hang them up. I was never that type of person. I've hung them up maybe twice. And then, let me think here. I've hung the lights twice. I have, hung the lights. I have, what else have I taken care of? I think that's it. I don't think my family actually owns any Christmas light strings. I have, as long as my mother's not watching, which I don't think she is. She normally doesn't. So, I have thought about getting her some new light strings that are connected to the twinkly, so she can, like, hang them up around the house, because she's talking about hanging it up year round and kind of, like, theming all the stuff every year, especially given that she's about to be an empty nester, you know? They can burn. What can burn? Oh, here we go. Advanced traits. A trait. You. Advanced types. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the decorations can burn up. And it's all about, like, being careful. And that's also actually why most stuff secondhand right now is not good to buy, because 90% of the Christmas decorations out there have some pretty nasty chemicals in them. My brother has discovered. You know, so Christmas is a special time for my family. I'll be real. I've had a hard time with holidays as of late. So it's interesting. I would agree. There is a lot to Christmas that has been lost because of commercialization. I do think that giving is good, comma, but I also get why people want to give. So, like, I think giving is good, but I also see how we got to the point we're at. Hey, Tiffany! I get that. So the lights and stuff are fine. A lot of these are inherited traditions from, you know, it's 2,000 years since Jesus's, you know, death, burial, and resurrection. Now, Christmas celebration is really more about 1,000 years old. 1500. I do know it predates Yule and a couple other things. I'm actually in some circles that people are kind of attacking about, like, Christmas being originally Yule. It was not. It usually predates it does predate Yule. Actually, Yule was moved that. I got you, Tiffany. And so, how did we get here? So, but that's more on the like, is Christmas is a pagan holiday? It's not a pagan holiday. Mind you, it is most definitely a holiday that has been over commercialized. It has been taken over. Yes, a lot of times holidays were at one point pagan, and then Christians were like, well, we still want to celebrate. We still want to have fun. We want to celebrate. We want to celebrate the fact that we've changed. And so some of the holidays that exist out there that are pagan in origin are really redemptive in origin. So it's like, hey, I used to be this, and this is some traditions we had. And I think this is good, but I think that there's a twist that Christ can bring to it. And that's a good thing to do. And I think that should be encouraged. And I think giving on Christmas is good. But I do think something for maybe us to consider, to sit and ponder, is if... Oh, hey! Okay, so you started lurking. Yes, that is true. So the trees and stuff, ironically, a lot of them have like Christian roots. Inspiring Philosophy has some pretty okay videos on it. He's not perfect. He's definitely not someone I would suggest everyone to go to all the time, but his holiday stuff is usually good. Because he actually like gives a rip. The trees, so they were meant to, so there's a reason we choose the tree we have, which is an evergreen. And it's supposed to symbolize life. A lot of the traditions we have like roots in like, this symbolizes this thing, right? Like Hanukkah, right? To pull a Jewish tradition, because that's one that people kind of understand more for some reason, is the 7 candles represent the 7 days that God provided oil for the people during a invasion. And half of the information is escaping my mind, so I do apologize, but there's some fun history on that. And ironically, that's also a part of keeping history, actually. A lot of these traditions, if you explain them, yeah, you might as a kid, and I'll admit I did as a kid, not understand it, not want to sit down and listen to it, but, where did I go? Darn it. But when you're an adult, I'm realizing more and more, like, that's an important part of keeping culture. Like, we question why I think our culture in America has, I would say, decreased. In the West has been decreasing, and it's because I think we've kind of abandoned tradition completely, good, bad, or otherwise. I think there are bad traditions, yes, and well, that's the thing. We kind of exported our culture for a while. Okay, get some candles. Like there was stuff that predates plastic. Oh, so they actually make you build a web server in the Rust training ground. Okay. Comments, multi-line comments, blah blah blah. Control flow, understanding ownership, method syntax. So I cannot do nested data, is what I'm understanding in Rust, it seems. Maybe. No, don't. Arson is heavily frowned on in this stream. Stop asking people to do that. For all that is good. Interesting. So you can't do nesting, I guess? Which is annoying. Okay. It seems, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, okay. So you use an enum. So, okay. I'm seeing now. You can do a lot more. Oh, wait. No. Hold up. I'm so confused. Done some. Yeah, well, and I think the Christian veneer is a byproduct of the fact that it was a genuine Christian holiday. Like used to, you always went to church on Christmas. That was just a standard thing. There's actually, that's where the name comes from. It's Christ's Mass. Yeah, that's where the name comes from. Hello! We've gotten into debate on holidays. I get why people don't like it because yes, American society, Western society has hyper commercialized it to a very extreme extent. And so it's kind of a difficult thing to deal with. And I'll be honest, it's kind of annoying. Why does it not work? Concise control flow if let. Yuck. But I think holidays have their place. I do think that yes, as Christians we should start reclaiming a little bit more of Christmas year after year. It takes time though for these changes to happen, right? So there is no change that you can make that will happen instantly. They will it's going to take 20-30 years. Like look at our current state. It has taken us upwards of about 50 to 60 years to get where we are today in some of the cultural movements that we see today. And so, I think it's kind of foolish to think that it's going to take you any less time than what other people. And FYI, I am looking through Rust stuff right now. I'm trying to figure out how to nest types. So what I want to do is do something like this. So I want to do like, downloads. And then I want to do our mod data, right? And then we want to do, name, and that's going to be a string. And then we want, I need to do comma. And then we need to do downloads. And then I need to do like modrinth, and then... And I will say, like, Christmas was different for my family because I think it was one of the few times we got around with family, and things like that. So I think it's important to take in people's histories because, like, it's going good. It's going good, Cap. I will say, like, for me, like, for example, Father's Day. Father's Day is an admirable celebration, but because of some family history, I do not like it one bit, and I know that will probably change when I become a father, but as of right now, it's a very hard day for me, and maybe I'm very wrong. Yeah, so so you might kind of have that same type of feeling and things like that, and like it's to the point that, like, because it's always on a Sunday, like, I kind of tried to take that day off because I know there's going to be a Father's Day sermon. Ironically, though, my pastor, and I think he heard me when I listened when I said something about it, he actually stopped preaching Father's Day sermons because he was like, look, there's a reason why I've stopped. And so and I'm not saying this is just for me. I think he's heard the sentiment because sadly, there are a lot of people that are very hurt on Father's Day because, you know, I will say in America, I do think that dads have kind of dropped the ball to some degree. This isn't accusing anybody or anything, like, you know, before I go too far, like, don't think I'm attacking you. I'm saying in general, right? The category men have dropped the ball. And guess what? I'm in that group. I am a man, right? Is that to say that we are, you know, never redeemable? No, I believe that any people, any culture, any person at any time can be redeemed, right? Like, otherwise I won't be a Christian. I'm gonna pull a Matt Walsh on you, lol. If you know what that means, you'll know why YouTube just dropped all my viewers. They hate that guy so much. Oh, I wonder who's sitting at the dashboard today. Because FYI, I've heard from some people on the behind the scenes how the like moderation for YouTube streams works is they basically have like a 2-screen, 3-screen system where they have a window up and they have your stream, and like if you say stuff that they don't like, they can drag it over to throttle it. So where were we? No, yeah, there's a lot. Erasers and closers, more cargo and crates, smart pointers, patterns and matching, advanced features, unsafe rust. Okay. So it does seem that I can only do a single level struct. Okay. Rust struct within a struct. Lifetime generic types. More total confusion. Okay. Here we go. It's not totally clear what the question is given that the code appears to compile, but I can... Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I do think that Father's Day is oddly one of those holidays that a lot of dads don't necessarily give too much of a rip about. But meh. Okay. So I can't do that. So let's just point out why. V escape. V. I'm gonna go here, here, here. Y. V. D. Okay, so we want to go downloads. Okay. Okay. Okay, so hydrate. Yeah, I'm hydrating. Coffee is very hydrating for me. Colon U32. Okay. Modrinth, Curse Forge. Okay, so that compiled. So I wonder, okay, so if I were to make a, okay, so now, so is this how I'm gonna have to do this? So let downloads equal downloads, and then I think it's this, and then we do modrenth 100 curse forge 50, even though it's the exact opposite. Curse forge almost always gets all the downloads. Let mod data equal mod, or mod my mod, because I can't name it mod. Mod is a function, right? Mod data name colon string from my mod, comma downloads. And then I think I can just do that. And then I can go here. So yeah, when it comes to holidays, yeah, I agree. We are over commercialized. Yeah, we buy too much as a society. I think that commercialization, more the hyper commercialization and the commodity of everything, and like the subscription mentality, it is the hard part. And I think the concept also of just like quality time has died. Like, I know for me, like my love language, if you subscribe to that theory of things, is quality time. And maybe that's a problem that we have. Then again, I maybe lied a little on my test, so it might be words of affirmation. I don't know. I honestly kind of stopped caring. Print line with a shebang. Actually, that's not a shebang. This, fun fact, Linux thing, a shebang is a hashtag and an exclamation point. So yes, it's a real thing. Lemod. My mod. And then I'm betting I'm going to have to actually go ahead and add the colon question mark. Yeah, we have some non-technical people here.
Nate Hardlin, redeemed squat.
I need to add more exercise things, but I'm going to wait till we get to the new room. Okay, cargo run. You. Unclosed delimiter. That is so much better. Vim source main. Print line my mod. There it is. And then right here. And yes, I am using Vim because I'm evil. I'm not actually evil. That is true. And I'll be honest, the only one that I read was the one for children. So I have not read the, like, because I read it when I was like 13. Like, I actually do love to read. It's just exhausting because, for those that don't know, I had something called cranial syntosis, which is where my skull closed too early as a baby, and that messed up this eye. So I can't cross my eyes, which means I can't track on a page, which just screws up. Like, I spent a lot of energy reading, and like I think that's why I hated reading as a kid. It wasn't because I hated reading, it was because I hated the amount of energy I had to put in just to focus on the words on the page. But I wouldn't have known that, you know? Yeah, no, they're gonna force you to use it for Cisco. Hey, we got that. Okay, so we actually can do that. I didn't think it was gonna be that easy, so we're gonna exit here, and now we're gonna go into yams. Rust testing yams. What was our error? Vim, source main. So actually what we want to do is we want to yank all, no, we want to go V, and then we want to select all this, yank. We're going to paste it here. We're going to D0. No, I think it's caret, and that deletes to the, nope. Oh. D-E? No. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then we want to do Shift-O, struct, downloads. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. So, yeah. So, Vim, for those that don't know, is like a super old writing thing. I should install NeoVim probably, but I so much doubt that work's gonna let me actually use it that I have not tried, because I work for government stuff, and so they're super picky. Like, pickier than most people. Okay, and then we're actually going to... So I wonder, what does Y... Oh, never mind. Okay. So I can't do that. So we're going to just delete. And then we're going to H... D-E. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can just escape A. And then we'll add a semicolon here. Right? And then we'll go up 1. Oops. Let downloads equal downloads, and then we're gonna do curse forge 100, and then I think mod rent is at 117 for Soul Siphon. So you will use Vim and you to be replaced by an AI pretending to be you. Here's the crazy part, is I actually think that people who use Vim in general learn like productivity skills. I've even learned some like productivity skills in how you write and how you like work with files and stuff more since I started playing with Vim. And I think that's ironically going to help. Okay. So I'm betting... Oh, I didn't write. That's why. Colon, write, colon. Hey, Alex, how's it going, my guy? What you been up to? Okay, I need to do this. I need to do clear. And cargo run. There we go. But I love Linux personally, so... Dr. Stone, you've been watching through that series. I still probably should. Okay, so the trait serialize is not... Okay, so I have to do that. And I think traits are something that I probably am going to want to learn. Oops, no, not that. And then Shift-O. Nope. Oh yes, we do have the GitHub and the that. So actually, the project that I will be working on is already on GitHub. So yeah, only going to be one more episode. Then I have to wait until they do the next season. Yeah, I hate when that happens, especially for Netflix, because they usually kill the series. No, actually, no. Usually what they do is they make the last season so horrific that you hope nobody ever picks it up because it's just so bad. Like, Voltron, for example. The last season, like, destroy it and then continue from before they left for that last season. Because, like, it was a good story up to that point, basically. Like, oh my gosh. Netflix is bad. Like, don't trust Netflix. They're not good. Ew. Okay, things have gone wrong. Help. A field with someone. Oh, okay, I misspelled something. I'm so shocked. Okay. I cannot tell where my stuff ends, so we're gonna just deal with a couple things here. So it's Curse Forge. I think it's Shift X. There we go. Okay, and then right, and then I need to make a shortcut for cargo run. Like the amount of time I use it. I need to learn how to use them. But I've been talking about a lot about holidays and Christmas and stuff. I do genuinely think still that like holidays are useful and good, and I think people should use it. But I also think a lot of people don't use them right, well, or efficiently. And so that's kind of one of those hard things. Like, I like Christmas. I enjoy it as much as, like, it's also a hard time for me. You know? And also, FYI, I don't have any Christmas stuff because I just straight up don't have any at my house. Like, I don't have my Christmas hat and stuff. Series. But they take a really long time to make each season. It's like 2 years apart from all this. That makes sense, though, because, like, they actually kind of give a rip. You know? Oh man, I forgot what I was doing. So I need to do, okay. Variable my mod. Oh, wait. Oh, it worked. It worked. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to just try this. First off, I'm checking and making sure the world didn't get set on fire. Ooh. Ooh. That seems like that might be. Ooh, that's pricey. FYI, I am cheap. So I'm pulling up my obsidian vault. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So, so we need to do, okay, so actually I'm going to take, and we're going to go here. We're going to, H, Y, no, K, V. We're going to take all this, delete it. Okay, visual. Visual. We're going to highlight all this, delete, okay? We're going to add a line above. So now we're going to work on the actual mod data structure. So actually I need to go down here. Okay, so we don't need that line. So we need to do, so we're doing Curse Forge, colon, bool. So the first things that we're going to deal with is if you can or cannot write to it. And then you have to deal with the loaders. So now we're going to yank this line, paste it, shift. Okay. Q2. No. I'm just gonna... And then we'll... Shift O. Nope. Uh-oh. To go below. There we go. Okay. I got it. Yeah, that's true. Japan actually gives a rip. Like, I think it's better than the current state we have, so... Loaders. Actually, loaders might be good. As an... I'll see. Fabric. True. I need to make sure you use fabric. And then we're going to do Boolean, Forge, Boolean, and Neo Forge. Boolean. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm basically building up the file format that I plan to use. No. Okay. And then we need to make a mod structure as well. So I think I can... Nope. Okay. P? No. U. Okay. J. Yank. Go up. Paste. Just O. Okay. Struct. Mod. Let's do mod. Oh, we need to do pack data and then mod data. Oops. So I need to... Are from Japan. You see Japanese where you get the expensive but really good product, and China's where you get the cheap, quick product, and America's in the middle. Japan, you get the good, high quality goods. China, you get it cheap, but you get it fast. America, we're kind of mid. Oh, and I already know. Oh man, that's nice. Okay, so we're gonna do name. That needs to be a string. Okay. Ooh. Minecraft version, max mod version. Okay. So this is where things get fun. Because the overall data structure gets really complicated really fast. So, P, J, I. So now we're going to do structs for the, let's see here, mod version. Okay. And then we're going to do... That's going to be annoying. So Minecraft, string. We might have to find a way to make like a regex for that. And then mod. And then version, string. Okay. And then we do that. Okay. And escape. Okay, so now we go down here. And then we will do versions. Okay. And we're going to do a vector of mod versions. This is going to get fun, people. Okay. And then we need to do loaders. Okay. And then platforms. That's fun. Yeah, I want to make this a struct, and the reason why is because I need to make it so that when you're populating these, you can have it available on like more than just ultimately CurseForge and Modrinth, because like let's say I made my own platform to download mods on. I would like to add that pretty easily. I'm certain there's a better way to do this, and if a Rust guru comes in and is willing to give some pointers, please do. I like pointers. Join my Discord, because Discord is fun. It is good for you. So I have my Discord. I have another Discord that I'll be announcing as well soon. I will have to talk with a couple people before I'm allowed to do that, though. So, okay, so I need to make another struct. Wow. This is nuts. So... Okay, so struct, we need to do platform mod platforms because it's actually multiple. And then, well, see, the problem is that I need to have like a map. Is there a map? Rust map. Rust map for let's see, Rust hash or Rust programming hash map. That's what I need. Dude, a hash map implementation with probing and SDIM lookup. Interesting. Okay, so you hash map new. Okay, this might not be as bad as I thought. Do I have to make everything be a string? Because that might be easier than just doing all this. Maybe? Might not be, though. What are y'all's thoughts? Should I do a hash map? For those who are programmers, obviously, if you're not a programmer, I can get why you would not be too huge on. Also, 0% drop frames tonight. Awesome. We got real sidetracked. The whole goal was to basically learn how the YAML tool works, and we know how it works now. Now we're building out our data structure for the actual tool, which is kind of fun. Like, I like the tools. But, yeah. Also, do any of y'all make mod packs? I make mod packs. I like doing them with my fun. Yeah, mod packs are good. Planning to release more. That's really the point of this tool. Was like, I want something that works, especially with the multi-loader mods, to release mod packs on like Forge, Fabric, and NeoForge, because why not? It makes life easier. And that's the point of the project. Is like, it should be easy to dynamically publish a mod. Now, yes, there's a lot of reporting that needs to be done as well, and, like, you kind of have to post those reports so that people know, like, hey, like, these mods are not included in the Forge version, and these mods aren't included in the NeoForge version, and these standard mods are not included in, you know, probably just, these are the mods that are included in version X, Y, and Z, unless it's everything, or probably part of the report would be, like, a table that's, like, common mods, so it's, like, all the mods that are shared between all the packs. The Forge mods, the Fabric mods, the NeoForge mods, and just like warnings and stuff, because that's part of the reporting, so that people, like, when you release it, you can have these multi-platform things. So I may have to reconsider how I'm doing the data. Where's my? Oh, I'm not in this window. So I think what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna let my brain rest on this, because there's just a lot to it. But this is actually a pretty good start. Obviously, we do need to build some stuff up. But when it comes to, like, modding and all that, like, the goal is to make it super easy so that I can then focus on just publishing good mods. Because if I can, good mods go a long way. And, like, some of the goals with, like, Modrinth and stuff, is to start making enough money to survive on my own. Oh gosh, that site's on light mode. I was just closing out of a site for Rust stuff because I've been doing research. And that's kind of the point of this stream, is to give me some of that time back. But if you would like to check out my stuff, all my mods and stuff are available on Modrinth. All the ones I'm working on. There is one that is not there that's on CurseForge, but it is literally what Empowered Pathways is. So try out Empowered Pathways. And then yes, my GitHub, we have an organization called Negative Light Media, and we are looking to kind of get people on board and help out and pull in your ideas and kind of support you, and then you kind of publish your mod. We always, one of the reasons I prefer Modrinth is because it makes revenue sharing easier. Because I'm like, look, I'm helping with the mod, I'm helping with management, I'm helping with making sure things don't blow up in your face, and we'll help with updating because it's not hard most of the time. So give us a small, I'll take 10 points, you take 50 points or whatever. I think typically, and most of our mods, the major developers, which mind you, all of them so far have been me, other than one, we have a minor developer, and he, actually that's Nate, and he still gets a cut, but we talk about all that type of stuff. If you you make a new mod, we add that to the Negative Light Media mods, which is all of our mods in total, and that's a way to kind of make some revenue as well. Because the goal is to set up a system so that people can kind of get a resume booster as a tech person, because why not? And then I got a couple ideas that I'm gonna talk with my brother that we could probably pull in and give people some work from there as well. Because why not? Give y'all something that's useful. But yeah, Christmas is coming, y'all. It's gonna be fun. I think the content is going to spice up a little bit. I'm trying out different things because it's kind of everything's gotten stale, and all that too. Hello, Heather, and I believe your younger sibling Zachary as well watches with you. So hello. Which FYI, that's kind of the way I prefer if you are under 13, is watch with a sibling. Watch with a parent, preferably, of course, because those are the people who you need to consent. Because then I might learn who you are, and yeah, you're not 13, all that. But when you get older, I'll still know who you are kind of vicariously through someone else. And so that allows that reputation to start. And I think the reputation of knowing people and knowing that they followed the rules, they intentionally tried to follow the rules, that's a good thing. I have to be responsible. I already acknowledge on some of my streams there are people who are under 13 who watch. I'm not shocked. I play Minecraft, I play Goose Goose Duck, I play Among Us, I play all sorts of games that little kids like to watch, and that's fine. But if you're under 13 and you're watching by yourself, please get a parent's consent. Because I have to watch my butt, lest I get sued, and I don't like being sued. It's not fun. But as far as content goes, things are going to pick up. I've got a couple videos, and I just have not had time to make them. Yes, the terms of service is very big and not easy to work with. Their policies are weird. I was careful using AI art to start off with because I didn't know, and then they released their stuff on it, and so my thumbnail backgrounds use a little bit of AI art to kind of fill in the background, but that's about it. And usually if I can find something that's better, I usually use that because I normally don't pay people for those anyways, and if I'm not paying somebody, I'm making it myself because it takes time. But I'm not a gifted artist. As a matter of fact, I'm paying a channel artist to build up all the content for the channel and kind of do a rebrand and a refresh. And once we start making money, maybe actually paying to have thumbnails professionally produced, because that's the first impression for videos. Because I want to see people come here, find a place they can have fun, grow into the community, and like build something good, because if we can build something good, we can impact the world. And yeah, it might be 10 of us making a 1% impact on the world individually, but that's 10% impact. That's huge. Like 10% of 7 billion people is 700 million people. If you saved 700 million people's lives, you would be touted the greatest hero who ever lived, right? So I think that's important to think about. Yeah, I know it gets cheesy, but I don't know. I think about a lot of things, you know. Momento morte. That's not how that goes. Momento et more. Actually, we are probably about to kind of close up the stream because I need to think through things now. That's the problem with programming. I haven't been sued, but it involves lawyers, which means it's not fun. As far as I'm concerned, anytime you involve lawyers, it ain't fun. Also, usually involves me paying money. Also, you're really behind if you're just responding to that. Or your connection's slow, because the internet can be real slow. I need to find more DMCA free Christmas music. Oh my gosh. Also, my Spotify Wrapped is nothing but stream music. Like, I listen to it a good bit at work, but it's not enough to keep up with the fact that, like, I listen to this 2 hours every week. They have the DJ Wrapped. Oh, no. I didn't want to play that, you stupid thing. But when it comes to like all the stream stuff, like I'm gonna have to drum up over the weekend like a bunch of ideas for the Minecraft stream, just so that when we do play it, we actually don't run out of ideas. But yeah, DMCA free stuff is super hard to come by because you can't just trust anything anymore, because everybody has their own way of like claiming stuff, and like music you would expect to be in the public domain isn't, and it's because one person had it like slightly modified for this one use case or whatever, and you accidentally pulled that version of the song. So without using the YouTube library, which doesn't exist on Spotify, which is what I use to play all of our music. So yeah, it's fun. It's annoying. If you ever become a streamer, just remember, find other streamers to help you with this stuff. Doing it on your own is not fun. But yeah. So, but it's definitely going to be interesting in the coming. Yeah, I could probably do that. I actually do know how. I've been classically trained in music, ironically. So I know how to produce music in theory. It's just it takes a lot of time, and I don't have that. If I were to go full-time content creation, yeah, I'd probably like do a little bit of writing my own music and kind of build up like a small catalog of like 20 to 30 songs that I've written, because I do like writing music. I like playing music. I probably will buy a piano or a guitar. I really like the idea of owning a guitar. Guitars are fun. They look fun. They're just pianos that you wear, so you know, I'm good with that. But yeah, it is very interesting. I do wonder. What is there like a right click option for these? Edit details. No. So there's no like ignore this song from my. Oh, that's right. There is a way while you're live to click on private session and it doesn't count it towards your thing. So I need to, yeah. No, I will not become Elton John. No. Mind you, I do like the idea of getting a leather jacket because I'm too short for a trench coat. And yes, that is the logic behind it. I am actually too short for trench coats to really look good. There's like a Goldilocks zone where you cannot wear a trench coat and make it look good. If you're really short, you can get them tailored to you and they look good. If you're really tall, they look really good by default. If you're like just if you're like in this weird spot, which is like where my sister is to below where my brother is, it just doesn't look right. So probably a leather jacket. I'm debating on the style of like what I would make if I would make it, because yes, I do think about stuff like that. I do know I want a hoodie, a zip up hoodie with the Negative Light logo on the side, maybe, or maybe just go for like a red like banding on the arm and purple on the arm, or something like that. Because like the whole duality of man kind of thing is a big part of the Negative Light brand, and like the sinner versus saint, good versus evil. It's always just one of those big things. That I think it's important to like ponder and consider. I found like a really cool Celtic design for stuff too. I like Celtic stuff in history. But yeah, we've been rambling. Oh, game that I've played recently. I started playing this on the Switch last night. This was definitely like the Wii Sports almost for the Wii, which was designed around like selling the concepts of the controllers. I know, I mentioned that one a lot, but that's like the easiest way to describe everything in a short statement. So like, or rather, sell the Skyward Sword. So that was actually specifically designed around the advanced Wii remote. And so the whole purpose of it was to sell you on the idea of the advanced Wii remote, which it was good, like it worked, but that means it used a lot of controls that it really shouldn't have had. And I can absolutely say, after like 10 minutes of gameplay, 100% yes, they should not have included some of the features they did with the like flipping the gyro controls around. I just feel like it messed stuff up, which is annoying, and I don't like it. Raspberry Pi 5 can officially use AMD GPUs. So now it's time to soup one up and stream off it, right? Lol. Actually, that's not a horrible idea. Wiimote. Oh, whatever. Wiimote. Yeah, no. They've been testing, they've been trying, and it officially works. So I just saw the news on it. So I haven't read the article yet, so I'll have to check on through it all the way though. But I just saw it on the news. But those segments will be coming in early July, when me and my best friend Blue Fire Tales both start the podcast. We'll be playing Civilization in the background, so you guys with short attention spans have something to watch. Also, so you're not having to stare at my ugly mug the whole time. But that podcast will be featuring all sorts of news, kind of more of a what are we interested in? So, yeah. Look, I have to put my shameless plugs in, people, okay? I have look, I don't have the LTT store, okay? I don't have a cheesy thing to my sponsor, okay? Ad break. Just kidding. HOI 4? What is HOI for? Which is HOI for? I don't know what HOI is, so what is HOI for? Hearts of Iron for. That has been one that has been floated as well, because my best friend actually does own and play that, and I know a couple other people who own it. I usually only buy games when they're on sale, so that would be kind of a big thing. The other part, though, is that they're like bundles of like packs is important when you're making content like this, because half the time you wind up needing to get a bunch of stuff. That's why I haven't played Stellaris with him yet on stream, and it's because Stellaris just has so much DLC. I didn't buy all of it because there was another thing on sale that I wanted to get. That was worth more to me, so I just bought a couple of them. And overall, they're good. Oh, Minecraft Legends got an update. I forgot they even existed. Stellaris has an update. Goose Goose Duck has an update. Just a hot patch. A hot patch. Yeah. Also KSP did release the like science thing, so I might try that out. I might try it out. I haven't played with it yet. But the science thing is the actual like progression tree of KSP. And I think that's the thing that like people don't get is KSP 2 is so downgraded because they're starting from ground zero. And oftentimes that takes longer than people think. Because bad code decisions at the early part of like building a game can heavily impact things, and you don't want to repeat those on a sequel, which is why some sequels are, a game plus extra maps, and it's because half the code was so bad that all you had time to do was add a couple extra maps. But those maps may have required you do significant changes, so. But I want to leave the stream on a super happy note. So we have 6 people watching for a majority of the stream at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and say thank you, everybody, because this is the most people we've had on a stream for the longest amount of time. Yeah, COD isn't even worth mentioning. But without further ado, this is Negative Light signing out, and God bless y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm going to go probably sleep because I'm tired. Like, unusually tired for this time of night. But it's been fun. I need to work on these programming streams some. They will, if we have them, they will start getting longer and bigger because there's more to do, and I'll actually have like all this stuff together. I'll probably be putting stuff up on the GitHub, so make sure to star that if you would like to check out this project in the future. But adios, everybody. I will see y'all probably tomorrow. I don't know what I'm playing, so, and same with Saturday. So I have not made decisions yet. Next week, Saturday, will be Satisfactory.